Hey, what's up guys, Vizeh here and welcome to the second part of the FIFA 14 wish list, and today we're going to be talking about FIFA 14 career mode. Now again we're going to be having some gameplay in the background just to keep you entertained. This random game, custom games doesn't mean anything. But yeah, so let's just get right into this because we don't have long left and I got a lot of things which I do want to talk about in this. So, number one, I think this needs to be added in. Not if not this year, in the next FIFA 15, but training. Now, what I mean by this is that, like, in midweek between matches and I guess conferences, if you count that, nothing is happening unless if you're in transfer window. Nothing is really happening unless if like the player that comes up to you saying that they don't feel good and all that, it's kind of boring, so you're just going from one game to another. So what about training? So basically you can make like a training schedule and you can like choose a player, and with that player you can like sort of choose what sort of thing you want him to do. So let's just say Theo Walcott, for example. He is pace, he's got a lot of pace, but that's, but he's not finishing his shots. So let's say you're Arsenal manager, you're doing Arsenal career mode. Theo Walcott, so you've had many chances with him, he's not finishing his shots. So in training, you can. It's somewhat like potential. You say in training that you want him to do that. So you want him to aim at shooting or finishing. I mean, but and also you can choose kind of like how much. So like in the middle could be just normal training, a little bit more of injury. If you put it on high training, high severity, it's more chance they'll get injured and less fitness to have and all that. And low, they will slowly peak up, and it'd be slowly like it'd be kind of like potential. So I wanted to go like potential, so not that fast, but like like 1.1 stat up every like few months, and also they can increase more if they get played more. I think that'd be cool. Number two, reward ceremonies. So this is the thing that some people have been talking about. So it's like I guess they kind of have this in the game, but have some sort of reward. So let's have the Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or is a good example. I don't think they could actually. I don't think they could actually have the Ballon d'Or because it's probably licensed. But if your player wins like Player of the Season, or like you could have the Manager of the Season, you could have like the best match of the season. There's like little things like that which like can somewhat motivate you. Because if you win it, you can get money. Maybe if your player gets Best Player of the Year or Best Player of the, I don't know, best goal of the season, all that sort of stuff. They can rise up in stats, so it gives one more thing for you guys, for you to look forward to in the future. So that's just one thing which I think they can just more ceremonies or just yeah. So number three, better trophies. Now, I don't know if you guys have like won the League Cup. I'm just giving this for an example. But have you seen, well, the Capital One Cup? Have you seen the trophy? It's blurry. It doesn't look right. I mean, I think only 2 trophies in this game has actually been worked on to the actual real thing, and that seems to be the FA Cup and the Premier League. The rest they just look all blurry and like they look like they're lying. It looks like they're just holding up some like a crisp version of the Capital One Cup here. I don't understand. So I feel like they need to just like make the trophies look real as well. I know, and also possibly some real life celebrations such as you win the FA Cup. And you can go on top of Wembley balcony and like lift the trophy in front of everyone. So let's just say playoff final, Crystal Palace win the playoff final, and they went to top of Wembley and lift the trophy up for the first time. You could have like little things like that. That could be cool. Just the little things, that can mean a lot. That could be a good idea. Number 4, promotion updates. Now this is the big one that people have been saying about for like since FIFA 11. So let's just give an example. So imagine that's your championship side. I'm doing a Burnley Green mode. So imagine that I'm Burnley and I get promoted to Premier League. Now, if you get promoted in Premier League, you will still have the championship badge, the bit on your sleeve. That bit there shows like whatever league you're in. It still says championship, but you're in the Premier League. I think that should also change the badge. So change the badge on that. To what league you're in, that could mean things. And also you could also change BPO names with like the lettering, and also stadiums. So a good example is imagine your League 2 side, you're playing at Town Park, and you go in the Premier League and you're playing against Manchester United at Town Park with like a attendance of 5,000 or something like that. 5,000, 10,000, not even 10,000, at least 5,000. And you're playing against Manchester United. Now, if you're in the Premier League, you would have gained a lot more fans. So I feel like you should be able to change the stadiums. I think that they should add that in as well. Another thing which I want to know about, which I guess in the same thing. But number 5, customizing kits. Now, what I mean by this is that I don't mean like completely like change the colours. Maybe you can add more different styles. But another thing is change sponsors. I mean, most clubs now, they change the kits. Like, I don't mean the entire colour, I mean the way kits possibly. But, change sponsors. They don't have to be real sponsors because, again, this could all do with licensing, and it costs them, billions of dollars or pounds, whatever. But I feel like they should just change sponsors. It doesn't have to be real life sponsors. Just get, I can't even say sponsors. It doesn't even have to be real sponsors. Just get some made up ones. But just get some of them to make it more realistic, I guess. Possibly close lettering at the back as well. Just change lettering at the back to what league you're in, and I don't know what font. The little things that you can add, and you can customize kits to whatever style you want. And that probably won't happen because it might feel a bit more arcadey, which I don't think FIFA really wants. I think FIFA Ultimate is more for the sort of arcade sort of bit, but little things that you can get. So number 6, interaction with players, staff, and even fans, and possibly even media as well. So a good example, such like in Football Manager 2013. You can talk with the players, you can communicate with the players. So, such as if a player comes up to you, this in FIFA 13, but if a player comes up to you saying that he wants to leave, or he might feel, he wants to leave, you can actually talk to him. I mean, usually when the player just does that, it's either their choice if they just want to leave, or you can just give them a wage, and you can see if they move or not. I feel like they should just make it a bit more realistic, actually communicate with the player. So in Football Manager 2013, you actually have like a lot of different choices that you can actually use. So then you can actually talk to the player. I feel like they just need that thing, just more communication with the actual people. I feel like they need to add that. I guess, and also if they want to change formations, you can either agree with that or say no, yes, stuff like that. I feel like there's more interaction, make it more realistic. There's a nice little thing there. Number 7, a unemployed mode, or just being unemployed. So a choice that once you start your career mode, you can start off completely unemployed. Whereas it's kind of unrealistic that you can just come out of nowhere. Go on FIFA 13 or FIFA 14. This time next year, you just go in and you could just be randomly the manager of Manchester United, which is no way in hell realistic. It's like Heskey like retiring. Actually no, it's like David Beckham just retiring off football. he's got football knowledge, but he's just going to go be the manager of Real Madrid because, he's David Beckham. No, you won't do that. Or just any person who's just become a manager or retired or something like that, they won't automatically become the manager of a big club, especially if you choose like Real Madrid, Man United, Man City, etc. So I feel like there should be unemployed mode. You start from the bottom, so be able to join a club unemployed and start from the bottom and go all the way to the top. So I guess it's more realistic. It can make a change. It doesn't have to be proper big, but it's there. So I feel like they could add that. Another thing that I think would be cool, a scenario mode. Now they have this in Football Manager too, and basically a good example is that I think FIFA in Football Manager 2013, there's a scenario that your big name players are all injured, or you haven't got that much money, or you're at the rock bottom of the table, and you have like 10 games left, and you're gonna win like all of them, or try and be the Invincibles, like the Arsenal's Invincibles. Try and win every single game, just like the challenges like that. Because if you're bored, I'll be honest, Green Mode does get boring, but I didn't like little scenarios like that. It gives you like a little more tasks and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. Number 9, quick substitutions, a nice little feature which I think they could add. So such as in team management, quick substitutions. You can add quick substitutions. You can choose which players you want to come on, which players you want to come off. And you could click a button while in game, then it sort of like freezes and then the player comes on. Like a little pop-up thing underneath the scoreboard saying that they've come on and stuff like that. I think they just, it'd be cool if they had that. So you'd have to come on and off over again. It could take time. It's gonna just be boring sometimes. So I feel like it'd be cool if they have that. Number 10, less big name transfers. Oh God, so many times I've just especially in the beginning of the season. Have you guys been in career mode? I think in the Burnley one, I've seen Mascherano leave. Well, Mascherano always leaves. Benzema going to Chelsea, Gomez going to Man City. I think Ozil. I don't think Ozil. Neymar going to Barcelona. I'm being honest. I've definitely seen Gomez and Benzema and Mascherano going in the first season. I think someone else. I don't think Neymar in the first season, but I don't know. It just ain't right. There's something just ain't right with that. But yeah, they need to sort that out because it's not realistic whatsoever that such big name players are just doing stuff like that. And yeah, that's just like my little go at that. Number 11, punishments for players. So if a player's been playing like really badly, not performing really well, so imagine like you just bought a really good player and like he's cost you a lot of money. You can like cut his wages or like give him more training or some sort of punishment, and that could try and motivate him, or the player might leave and might get a bit angry at you. Little things like that, it's like you could somewhat punish them, try and motivate them if they're playing poorly. Which I don't know, I just give them a kick up the backside and just try and motivate them, yeah. And the last one is the youth club. I don't know if anyone really uses a youth club, but I feel like they just need to make that a bit more, just a bit more useful. Not really anyone uses youth club anymore because really does nothing and just takes too long for the players in there just to actually do anything really. As by then you've either finished, got bored, or you've already done whatever you wanted to do in the first place. So I feel like because in real life there's youth club leagues or youth club FA Cup. I remember I think Burnley went to Old Trafford and won Old Trafford youth, or maybe Man City. I think we lost against Man City in the FA Cup in the youth ones, and we won Man United. I think the Burnley youth club won Man United youth club, like the actual reserves youth thing. And yeah, I think they should add leagues, cups, and so then they can get better faster, because with youth club you got to play them yourselves. But then again, you can always just loan them out. But yeah, I think that they should just add that. But yeah, so this will end off the video of my FIFA 14 career mode wish list. Of course, there'll be many things out there. Not every single thing in this video will be completely groundbreaking, and no one else has said it. But yeah, this has just been my opinions and what I hope to see, because most of these things people talked about, most of these things people don't really mind. Just little things, the small details can mean the most. But yeah, so this will end off the FIFA 14 wish list. I hope that you guys enjoy this. Give your opinions on what you think in the description below. If you enjoyed it, like it, and yeah, this has been Vizeh, and I will see you next time.